Let's go. About 10 minutes total. You can do it. Modify, make it your option, you versus you. We're going to start with 60 seconds of a small tuck and a toe tap. So work with me here. Tilt the pelvis back, engage your transverse abdominis, and keep that flat, no space. Alrighty, get ready, and here we go. So we're going to toe tap and small tuck in. Back is flat, and we're challenging. You can take a finger, place on your tummy, and make sure there's tension there. Relax that head and neck. And my exhale matches the exertion, which means whatever the hard part is, blow your air out then. All of the exercises I'm going to do, there are 8, are each a minute. And we'll have a very small transition between them, 5 seconds-ish. We're starting with lower region, focused abdominals and core. And then we're going to go upper after this. Seems like not a very bad or challenging exercise, but it gets you. All right. Next one, open the knees up. You're going to, again, reset that pelvis, so posterior tilt. Keep no space. Hands to the ears to support the head and neck, not to pull it. And ready? Let's go. Now I maintain my elbows pretty wide. Focus is lifting the shoulders. It doesn't matter how high they're lifted. In fact, if you lift too high, you end up using more lower back and posterior core as opposed to upper region abdominals. You're going to work all of your core when you're doing any of these exercises, but areas will feel more focused than others based on the exercise we've selected. Exhale. Not in a race, not pulling on your neck. Allow your abdominals, so connect here, connect to this thought, allow your abdominals to pull the weight of your head and neck up. Let them be the force that drives them up. Opening up the knees like this in that butterfly position really forces more tension on the abdominals as well. And good. Next one, we're moving on to a candlestick. Now, this is where you can decide how you want to do this. So I'm going to go out, and again, my back stays flat, out, in, and then up to that reverse crunch. Ready? And let's go. So out, and then I'm controlling the descent. When my legs go up, I'm controlling that and trying to slow that portion down. Why? Well, the longer my abdominals are under tension, the more those muscle fibers are firing and working. So I try to slow that part down. Again, do a back to floor check. Is your low back in contact with that ground? Fantastic. Again, you versus you. It should be a friendly competition, a very gracious, merciful competition, because you're trying to get stronger, feel better, and definitely not injure yourself. That is my motto. Do no harm. One more. All right. Moving on. Next exercise is just a toe reach. All right. Legs up. And here we go. So we're reaching. Now, I'm going to be alternating my hands to support my head and neck. And I'm going to do about 5 crunches or lifts, and then switch hands. Lift 1, 2, it's just my way of protecting my neck. 3, making sure my abdominals are doing the work and not my neck muscles. Switch hands. 2, very small. 3, back is flat. 4, 5, and switch. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and switch. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and switch. 1, 2, reach for the toes. 3, 4, 5, and switch. 1, 2, 3, 4, and that is it. 5. All right, this is called a skier crunch. Positioning of the legs, knees together, toes together, and they will be tapping. So that's the positioning and the motion from the lower body. The upper body, think of a skier, like skiing moguls. And we're going to do more of an oblique crunch. All right, we're ready. This one kills me, by the way. And let's go. So tap, and then you're lifting the shoulders. So one shoulder is flat, back stays flat the entire time. One shoulder lifts, the other shoulder is down on the floor and allowing you to rotate even more because that shoulder is anchored to the ground. Keep the knees together, tap those toes. So we got it all going on here. I struggle to keep my back flat if I go too fast. So I have to tempo it down so that maintain great form and I don't pull on my neck. Exhale. 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 One more each side. Wonderful. All right, this drill is, bring your feet up for me and then open up so it looks like a diamond shape that your legs are making. I'm going to bring my shoulders up and I'm going to lower my legs. It's a single leg drop, but opening up those knees allows you to disengage your hip flexors so that you do get more in that transverse abdominis area. Ready, and let's go. So shoulders are lifted, diamond shape, and a single leg drop. Single leg drop. Oh, wow. Now adjust that angle with your back so that it's taxed. You're definitely stressing it, but you're not hurting it. You want these corset muscles, which is what your transverse abdominis acts like, to pull you in, but you gotta work smart. Exhale as that leg comes back up. That's the exertion. We're going to flip it over to an elbow plank for the last 2 exercises. Beautiful. One more each leg. Back is flat. Use deep muscles. And in. All right, we're rolling over onto the elbow plank. We're going to do knee drops. You're going to feel this many places, but with that elbow plank, keep the ears away from your shoulders. And let's go. So knees bend and straighten. Push the shoulders away from the ears. Eyes are down in alignment with your spine. Bend, straighten. Bend, straighten. Bend, straighten. Your hips are not moving up and down. They're static. Great. Bend and straighten. Now, I'm trying to pull my elbows simultaneously down toward my toes. That also induces a crunch effect, but most importantly, keeping those shoulders away from your ears, hips level, belly tight. I'm going to full extension, And then at the straight position, when my legs are straight, I'm squeezing, I'm contracting my quads, squeezing my thighs. Nice little pump there for the thigh muscles. We've got 2 more. That's 1, last one, 2. Next exercise, and the final one, done a great job, is we're going to do some rainbow hip dips. I call them rainbows because it makes me think happy thoughts as my hips go from one side to the other. Very oblique, targeted. And let's go. So, how much of your upper body you leave still is up to you. I like to really focus on the lower, meaning I don't like to rotate my shoulders. I like to keep them as squared as I can as I allow my hips to dip side to side. My toes move a little bit in order to assist kind of a smooth transition side to side. There we go. Nice and slow. Again, tempo. Increase in tempo is typically not a great thing in anything that requires a lot of thought about where your body is feeling this, why it's feeling it, and should it be feeling it. So slow tempo is good. More time under tension, more focus. 2 more. That's 1. This is the last one. Oh yeah, let's drop it. Whew, hands underneath the shoulders. Loosen the glutes up. Press a little bit and lower. Press a little bit and lower. And then come up fully to whatever feels great to you. It can be to the forearms. It can be a more extended or all the way up. Move around within that. Roll the shoulders back and down. And then we're going to open up knees, feet together, but knees are open. We're going to shoot those hips back toward the heels and extend the arms. And I like to move through this side to side. Come up to all fours. Lift the rib cage, drop the head. And again, a little movement within that. I go back to flat back neutral and then tilt the pelvis forward, allow the head to come up. And a little movement there. All right, do more stretching as you feel need to. See you next time.